like how California's treating you, Gina. Hell, we
Sometimes the only thing a show needs to succeed is a set of eccentric stars and lots of drama. This is exactly the case of Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, which showed us the adventures of the Shannon family and their simple but often unconventional lifestyle. Though Here Comes Honey Boo Boo aired for only 4 seasons, the show's popularity is still astronomical to this day. However, fame doesn't always come alone, and a series of controversies starring the clan's matriarch, Mama June, ended up causing the show's downfall and the family's estrangement. So whatever happened to Mama June? What is she doing nowadays? Does she keep in contact with her daughters? And who is her actual partner? Keep with us to know all details about June Shannon's current life, as well as getting an exclusive insight into her scandals. Fortunately for everyone who has loved Mama June Shannon since her TV debut in 2011, she's still pretty much active in the entertainment world nowadays, though her path hasn't been an easy one. After her show Here Comes Honey Boo Boo was cancelled in August 2014 due to her involvement with sex-offending partners, Mama June was given another shot on TV by starring in Mama June, From Not to Hot, in addition to making several appearances in reality shows such as Marriage Boot Camp and Dancing with the Stars. In 2021, Mama June celebrated the 10th anniversary of her debut as a reality star by appearing in the Masked Singer competition, in which her and her daughter Alana's identity as the beach ball was supposedly a secret. Though their first performance was so downvoted that they were unmasked right away, Mama June thanked everyone for the support received in her career on TV. It's been amazing fans like all of y'all out there that support us in every and each project that we do. If you want to keep up to date on Mama June's whereabouts, her Instagram and TikTok accounts are actively updated regularly with her personal, quirky posts. Though June Shannon's personality was one of her major attractive points back when she debuted on TV, her romantic relationships have always been a subject people are very keen to talk about. While Mama June isn't married nowadays, and in her early TV years state her lack of interest in going through such a legal process, her recent interest in tying the knot was revealed when on a 2018 Instagram post she said, looking to take the next step in her relationship with her then boyfriend, Gino Doak, but whom she described as being scared of the commitment. June and Gino were together for 5 years until 2021, when media outlets reported that the couple was no longer together, apparently due to his addiction problems. The breakup took a toll on Gino, eventually landing him in a 120-day-long rehab program in September that year. Although June was rumored to be dating the young TikToker Jordan McCollum after her latest split, her next confirmed relationship was with Justin Stroud, a mechanic from Alabama who was arrested for burglary and felony in years prior. Nonetheless, everyone wishes for Mama June to finally have found the one for her. Though Mama June is still in contact with her daughters, the happy times when the Shannon family lived happily together have unfortunately been left far behind. For starters, Mama June's relationship with her eldest daughter, Anna, hit rock bottom in 2015, when the young woman accused her mother of not paying her for her TV appearances and spending the money which had been saved in trust. Apparently, Anna was owed over $200,000, but June vehemently denied the claims by stating it was a plot created by her own mother, who she described as a money-hungry bitch. Anna's relationship with her mother had already been difficult for a while due to June's involvement with Mark McDaniel, who sexually abused Anna in her childhood. As well, her relationship with her youngest daughter Alana has been strained since June lost custody of the girl after being arrested for drug possession in 2019, leaving her third daughter, Lauren, as Alana's legal guardian. In June 2021, fans of the Shannon family were happy to see June reuniting with her 4 daughters for Lauren's child's baby shower. Nevertheless, Anna later stated that despite leaving their differences aside for the special occasion, she and June's ties were still cut. It's unfortunately not rare for people in the entertainment world to develop severe addictions to substances, though it was admittedly shocking to find out that Mama June wasn't an exception to this rule. As it happens, the first indication of June's involvement with drugs happened back in 2019, when she was arrested in an Alabama gas station for possession of drug paraphernalia and illegal substances, following an altercation with her then-boyfriend, Gino Doak. The controversial incident raised even more eyebrows when June later claimed that she spent $2,500 per day during her meth addiction peak, close to $900,000 per year. Drugs weren't new for June though. As she revealed during the show Family Crisis, drug consumption had apparently been an issue in her family for a long time. It wasn't something that just started, "I got high because I wanted to." It's not the first time I've ever done drugs. Fortunately, June's addictions abated following her arrest, but losing custody of her youngest daughter Alana had been a hard hit for the reality star, and is still an upsetting subject for the family, particularly as the girl herself admitted in 2019 to be scared to stay with her mom. Following her arrest for drug possession in March 2019, later that year, Mama June was sentenced to 100 hours of community service, with certain conditions though, as in exchange for avoiding jail time, Mama June agreed to stay sober. Nonetheless, Mama June was aware that certain sacrifices are necessary to achieve great things. That's why she entered a rehab program, which proved to be the right thing for her, despite the personal struggles and her poor financial situation at the time. I went into rehab with $1.75 to my name and came out with nothing, she told Access Hollywood. Her sobriety journey started for real in early 2020, when in an episode of Mama June, Family Crisis, she affirmed to have been sober for 3 months, although consuming Xanax to calm her nerves. After taking a blood test, the TV specialist Dr. Ish determined that no cocaine was in her system. All in all, Mama June fell off a couple of times, but kept her word of keeping clean of drugs, and in mid-2021, opened up about her journey to sobriety. I always wake up every morning and tell myself, I'm gonna stay clean for the next 24 hours, she told US Weekly. We can only hope her path keeps bringing her positive things in this regard. Mama June doesn't give off the impression of being someone who likes to take people to court, but sometimes taking legal action is necessary when things get out of control. This is exactly what happened between Mama June and the Los Angeles dentist Dr. Tom Khalili in mid-2021, from whom she demanded reimbursement for $35,000 for expenses. As it happens, Dr. Khalili had initially offered his dental services in exchange for her tagging his business on social media, but after removing her teeth, he apparently refused to finish the treatment unless she featured him in her show, From Not to Hot, which Mama June argues had never been agreed. Mama June's manager, Gina Rodriguez, threatened to file a complaint against Dr. Khalili to either make him pay the reimbursement or finish the treatment. It is inhumane and criminal how he left her. The demand for press after removing her teeth is a form of extortion, she told Page 6. Nevertheless, Dr. Khalili's representative affirmed Mama June requested additional and free procedures from him in a limited time, which were deemed unethical by Dr. Khalili. They were setting up our office for negative publicity, even if it meant putting the patient at risk. It's unknown what the issue's outcome was, but Mama June eventually reappeared on her social media, sporting a bright smile and with all her teeth. It's an understatement to say life hasn't been the easiest for Mama June in recent years. Besides her personal struggles, June Shannon's financial issues have been a severe problem in her life recently, mostly brought about by her own actions, to the point that she had to sell a precious property in very unfair conditions. It all comes back to October 2019, when June had no money after spending a fortune on her addiction to drugs. Seeing herself thousands in debt, Mama June sold her house in Georgia for $100,000, which was notably a big loss, as she bought it in 2014 for $156,000. As if that wasn't bad enough, the investor Mama June sold the property to put it back on the market for $225,000 not long afterwards. Nonetheless, while the conditions of the transaction might not look good, June's rush to pay her debts seemed to be very urgent, to the point the issue was brought out in a From Not to Hot episode, in which she warned her daughters that the people she owed the money to were dangerous to deal with. Another poor decision on her part though it's up for debate as to how genuinely the situation was managed in the show, it's confirmed that June didn't tell her family about the house's sale until later. Unbeknownst to many, Mama June has been dealing with several health issues for a while. For starters, she's legally blind as a result of cataracts which were apparently not well treated during her childhood, as June alleged during an episode of Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. Later in her adulthood, Mama June was diagnosed with morbid obesity, struggling with it for several years, before undergoing gastric sleeve surgery in 2016. After having 85% of her stomach removed by the procedure, June reduced her weight from 460 pounds or 200 kilograms to become a size 4 in clothes. Such an impressive transformation was exclusively revealed to her From Not to Hot viewers when the show premiered in 2017. Though prior to it, she was reported to wear disguises to keep the changes secret before the show's premiere. As well, June reportedly underwent other procedures, such as skin removal, plastic surgery on her arms and chin, and breast lift, which apparently cost her over $70,000. Even so, June's huge weight loss is also the result of her own dieting and exercise efforts. While June notably gained weight afterwards, in 2018, she told Page 6 that she felt confident in her new body. As long as she didn't surpass the 200-pound mark, I feel good right now. If I lose more weight, that's fine, but I don't want to be super skinny. One of the most eyebrow-raising aspects of Mama June's personal life is definitely her choice of romantic partners. Her eldest daughter Anna's father is David Dunn, a man with whom June maintained a brief relationship and who served jail time in 1995 for theft, while the father of her third child, Lauren, is unknown. Jessica Louise's father is Michael Anthony Ford, who in 2005 was convicted of sexual exploitation of a child and apparently remains in jail today for another offense. Meanwhile, Alana's father is Mike Thompson, who the audience of Here Comes Honey Boo Boo got to know well through the show. However, many don't know that Mike spent 5 years in jail for robbery in the 1990s. While the aforementioned cases sound bad enough, June's most scandalous romantic link was with Mark McDaniel, who reportedly abused her daughter Anna when she was 8 years old. The incident happened back in 2003, when June and Mark were first dating, but according to Anna, her mother refused to believe her. It was thanks to a school teacher that Anna successfully reported Mark's abuses, eventually leading to his 10-year sentence for aggravated child molestation. Unsurprisingly, Anna's relationship with her mother was severely strained when June reconnected with Mark in 2014, in another scandalous affair which resulted in their show's cancellation. Even if some of Mama June's personal endeavors have put her career on TV in jeopardy, she's kept afloat in the entertainment world regardless. Nonetheless, it's really up to her what her career will be like in the years that follow. Be prepared for anything. She obviously has a fascination for a considerable audience. Thank you for spending time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.